So therefore, now we are going to have a flow chart. Since we have finished the post-otic somites, 44 pairs, we have understood the breakup and we have also understood the sclerotum, myotum, dermatom of each somite. Now about the otic vesicle, which is known as, if I write here, pre-otic somites. Remember, the pre-otic somites are above the otic vesicle, and the portion of paraxial mesoderm, which is extending above the pre-otic somites, above the otic vesicle, that portion of paraxial mesoderm is called pre-otic somites. Now here, this is unsegmented. Remember, it will not divide into various segments as we have seen in somites. So somites are basically segmented cubical masses which are present on either side of neural tube. But here, the portion of paraxial mesoderm which is extending above the otic vesicle will be known as pre-otic portion, and which will be unsegmented. So that unsegmented part of paraxial mesoderm, now here, if I just write down unsegmented portion of paraxial mesoderm, if I write down, this will be unsegmented portion of paraxial mesoderm above the otic vesicle, which is known as pre-otic portion, will develop into, now see how interesting it is, this unsegmented part of the paraxial mesoderm above the otic vesicle, which is called pre-otic part, pre-otic somite, will develop into the entire musculature as well as the bones of the skull, that is the head portion. And therefore, here this is important flow chart. Now this flow chart you need to keep it in your mind. Now please understand, once we draw this flow chart, this is according to recent investigation, the recent concept. Now some of the embryological textbooks, they mention this as the recent terminology. Remember, so this is the recent method, recent terminology, and these are often asked in MCQs. That is why we need to understand this flow chart. So we are concentrating in the paraxial mesoderm, which is lying above the otic vesicle, which is known as pre-otic paraxial mesoderm, which is also called pre-otic somites, which are unsegmented. So therefore we start with, see, they are known as somitomeres. Please mention somitomeres 1, somitomere 2. These two are both 1 and 2 are same. Then we come to, so they are same, somitomere 1 and 2. Then coming down, see here, somitomere 3, somitomere 4, somitomere 5, somitomere 6, and somitomere 7. These are the unsegmented paraxial mesoderms which are present above the otic vesicle, which are called pre-otic portions. They are called somitomeres. They are unsegmented. Now below this, what will start? Post-otic somites. And where do we start the post-otic somites from? Remember the breakup, total 44 pairs of somites. We start from 4 to 5 occipital somites. So please write down, below this will be occipital somites, which will be known as, first you write number 1 and 2. Occipital somites number 1 and 2. Below that, please write down occipital somite, which will be number 3 to 5. Because total occipital somites are around, see here, total occipital somites are around 4 or 5. Here, total 5 we have considered. So here we have written occipital somites 1 and 2, and occipital somites 3, 4, 5. And below the occipital somites will be cervical somites, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and occipital. But since this flowchart involves till occipital somites, so therefore above the occipital somites, where my hand is there, above that somitomeres, this is pre-otic part, unsegmented, and below this somitomere 7, this is the starting of the somites, segmented portion. So occipital somites. Now see, what are the structures that are derived? Now each and every number you have to remember because they are very frequently asked in MCQs and 1 mark question answer. What are the structures that will develop from somatomere number 1 and 2? Remember, these two are combined. Somatomere number 1 and 2, they are unsegmented somites which are found above the aortic vesicle. They are also called pre-occipital somites. The name of these somatomeres till 7, it is also known in some textbooks as pre-occipital somites. So from somatomere number 1 and 2, the following structures will develop. Please note down. It will develop into extraocular muscles of the eyeball which are supplied by oculomotor nerve. So please mention, which are supplied by oculomotor nerve. All the extraocular muscles of eyeball that are supplied by oculomotor nerve will develop from somatomere number 1 and 2. Now next, somatomere number 3 will develop into the extraocular muscle which will develop from cranial nerve number 4, trochlear nerve. So cranial nerve number 4, trochlear nerve, which extraocular muscle develops from trochlear nerve? Only one, and that is superior oblique muscle. So therefore, somatomere number 3 will develop into superior oblique muscle which is supplied by trochlear nerve. Then somatomere number 4. The structures that will develop from somatomere number 4 will be the entire muscles of the first pharyngeal arch, which is supplied by which nerve? Mandibular nerve. So please note down. The entire muscles, including the skeletal elements, which are developed from the first pharyngeal arch, which is supplied by mandibular nerve, will develop from somatomere number 4. Then somatomere number 5. The extraocular muscle which is supplied by abducent nerve, and abducent nerve will be known as 6th cranial nerve. This is the 6th cranial nerve. Only one muscle will develop from 6th cranial nerve, that is lateral rectus muscle. So lateral rectus muscle, which is supplied by which nerve? 6th cranial nerve, abducent nerve, is developed from somatomere number 5. Somatomere number 6, the entire structures develop from 2nd pharyngeal arch. So the 2nd pharyngeal arch. Which are the muscles which are developed from 2nd pharyngeal arch? The entire muscles of the face, including the skull, develop from 2nd pharyngeal arch. So therefore, this is supplied by the facial nerve, and that facial nerve is 7th cranial nerve. So structures develop from somatomere number 6, that is the entire muscles of the 2nd pharyngeal arch and the bones, that is skeletal elements, which is supplied by 7th cranial nerve. Structures develop from somatomere number 7. So the structures that are developed from somatomere number 7 will be 3rd pharyngeal arch. Which is the muscle that is developed from 3rd pharyngeal arch? Stylopharyngeus muscle. Stylopharyngeus muscle is developed from the 3rd pharyngeal arch, that will develop from somatomere number 7. Nerve supply of stylopharyngeus, we know that, and the nerve supply is 9th cranial nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve. So the stylopharyngeus is supplied by glossopharyngeal nerve. Then we come to occipital somite. Now remember, these are also asked in MCQs so many times. The entire somatomeres and occipital somites. So remember the numbers. Occipital somite number 1 and 2 will develop into laryngeal muscles. Now note down, laryngeal muscles which are developing from 4th and 6th pharyngeal arches. Please note down. So all the laryngeal muscles that develop from the 4th and 6th pharyngeal arches will develop from occipital somites 1 and 2. And they are supplied by vagus nerve. They are supplied by which nerve? Vagus nerve. Then we come to the last. Occipital somite number 3 and 5. 3 to 5 will develop into, this is very important, muscles of the tongue. Please note down, they will develop into muscles of the tongue, and they are supplied by, we know that they are supplied by hypoglossal nerve, and that hypoglossal nerve is 12th cranial nerve. So this is the breakup of somatomeres and occipital somites. Please try and understand this. Very simple to understand. If you understand somatomere number 1 and 2, you understand it is developed from, that means it will develop those structures which are supplied by 3rd cranial nerve. Somatomere number 3, supplied by 4th cranial nerve, the structure which is supplied by 4th cranial nerve. Somatomere number 4, structure supplied by 5th cranial nerve, that is mandibular branch. Somatomere number 5, that is the structure developed by, supplied by 6th cranial nerve. Somatomere number 6, structure, it will develop into that structure that is supplied by 7th cranial nerve. Somatomere number 7, structures that is supplied by glossopharyngeal nerve. And then occipital somite number 1 and 2 develop into laryngeal muscles supplied by vagus nerve. And occipital somite number 3 and 5, 3 to 5, that is 3, 4, 5, will develop into muscles of the tongue supplied by hypoglossal nerve. So here, this is very important for 1 mark question answers, MCQs. So here we complete the entire development of para-axial mesoderm or development of somites. Thank you very much.